Hey guys, and welcome to our review for It, directed by Andy Muschietti, starring Jaden Lieberher, Finn Wolfhard, Sophia Lillis, and Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise the Dancing Clown.
It's Pennyworth.
No,
No,
it's not.
I was so sure.
My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here by Tim McGavick. Glad to have you.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Switolski.
Oh, yes.
And
Present.
Adam Franey.
Here I am, It.
Yes, you are a monster. Tim,
Yes.
give us a little synopsis for the viewers of It.
Okay. In the summer of 1989, a group of kids begin to realize that the series of missing children cases is linked to Derry's deadly past and a supernatural being that takes on the form of Pennywise, a murderous clown.
It.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Interesting. Adam, as someone who was on set,
Oh,
a
yeah.
witness, this movie was shot locally. What do you
Parts.
think of
Parts.
It? Self-professed
I was there.
lover of the original.
Yeah.
The OG.
I was on set, did a little upper late visit, did a little snooping. It's interesting. I thought this movie was
Destroying the box office right now.
annihilating.
Yeah, mention that.
Holy fuck. Highest grossing horror movie opening weekend.
Smashing
Ever.
records.
Highest grossing R-rated movie, I believe as well.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Insane. Did not think that when I was on set. I did not know it would go on to demolish box office. But
What do you think of this one, though?
I thought this movie was good.
Glowing praise.
Oh my god, I hate you.
Yes.
You're really elaborating quite a bit on that.
I thought it was very fine, this movie. I was not scared at any point. I have to make that abundantly clear. But yeah, I liked the kids a lot. Thought they were good. Thought all of their characters were good. Some cringe acting at times. The bully found pretty cringe, overacting, like screaming a lot of scream acting.
Yeah.
The best kind of
The
it.
best kind of acting, really. Bill Skarsgård, it's Bill, right?
Yeah.
Billy.
Thank God, Billy.
It's done.
He was pretty creepy. Didn't blow me away. Also found him a little cringy at times. Like with the stuff they had him doing, like the dancing and stuff. I thought was like very cringe.
So
Well, he is Pennywise the dancing clown, so you know that had to come up eventually.
I thought I
Didn't
thought
have to
that
look
was great. I
Great.
loved that.
Oh, really?
The dancing? I
Really?
thought that was hilarious.
And towards the
In a
end,
good
it was-
way. Like, I literally was like, that's so funny.
Oh no, yeah, I physically cringed. Yeah, I thought it was.
I think
fine.
that was it. I think that was like intentionally. It was intentionally like cringy and creepy and weird.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I couldn't tell like when it was like homage to the old one, like trying to have that like intentional kind of almost cheese factor, and when it was just like cheese. But yeah,
I don't know.
I need some feedback to bounce off of. I just thought every aspect was fine. Like the scares were fine, the jokes were fine.
I
the acting
think-
was fine.
I'll cut in then because I think Bill Skarsgård was great.
Great.
Yeah,
Oh,
Really.
okay.
I thought he did
I thought
pretty
it
well.
was fine.
I thought he did pretty well.
Okay.
I think
You're
I wasn't.
joking.
I also wasn't scared,
Once.
but I was shocked a couple times.
Oh,
yeah,
like
I was shocked.
the
I will-
sink blood
Yeah.
scene.
The very first
I was like,
scene?
The very first scene.
oh,
The very first scene?
shocked.
Yes.
Did not expect that
No.
whatsoever. That did shock
We'll get
me.
into some
I
spoilers.
was like,
Yeah.
You know,
holy
there was some
fuck.
creepy stuff. There was some creepy stuff.
But not in the original.
The lady in the painting that looked pretty stupid. Didn't like that.
Very Conjuring too.
Yeah, did not dig that.
That did frighten me a little bit.
I thought the chemistry with the Losers Club was great. I thought all those kids were good for the most part. There was the odd cringe acting moment, but
Thank you.
for the most part was pretty good. Some good laughs.
Yep. Richie,
And they're all very likable.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, and that's what you want in a movie like this. You want likable people to root for. Yeah. Oh, what else do I want to say here? My main problem with it, really, I liked it. I will say, I liked this movie.
Careful. I'm saying, court of public opinion. They'll hang you. This is the biggest movie since fucking.
It had
Star
this
Wars.
weird flow to it. The scenes would start out slow and maybe laughy and jokey, and then it would slowly get into something creepy, like of them.
I'd say the first
encountering
half is a little choppy.
It's just stop, start,
Yeah, I
stop,
was gonna
start,
say, I don't
stop,
know.
start.
I think
It's
it
like-
didn't flow.
Yeah.
It's like,
It was like two movies running at once.
Group scene, and then one kid goes off, and you see him get like
Encounters Pennywise.
encounters Pennywise, and then like another group scene, and then like another kid gets encountered with Pennywise.
It was
just
just
goes like that for the first half, probably.
This
Oh,
weird.
it's pretty close to the
Weird
original
flow.
now that you think about it. Like, they kind of did that in a way, but they kind of broke it up differently. Instead of doing it like that in the original, what they did was they showed each kid individually meeting the group, going back and forth. So it's kind of similar to the...
It almost
original.
seems like if it was a show, it would be like each episode, there would be like an episode for each character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because it's a movie, they did like 10 minutes.
Is that how they shot the original? Like the original, I guess?
was
or was
it
it just-
TV?
Well, it was
Yeah.
intercut.
Did they shoot
Well,
like each
it
episode
was like a
for the
special,
kid?
so it wasn't like a 10 episode arc.
Oh, okay.
It was like
I'm just saying, if it was like a 10 episode arc,
Okay.
each one of the Losers Club would have an episode, and they kind of did that in the movie. But for me, it didn't really work in a movie format because it was a little too stop and start. It would like lead up to an encounter with Pennywise, which I thought all of them were pretty good for the most part. Like, well done.
I liked them visually.
Yeah.
Visually, really interesting stuff going on. Didn't scare me at all. I was like,
I think
what?
it's
I was like
hard.
bored.
I think it's hard for us now. Like, there's nothing that's gonna actually legitimately scare me anymore.
Insidious.
I'm more like atmosphere and like creepiness, like The Witch or something, or It Follows. Like this, like
Right.
like the masses, like
jumps?
blockbuster, like jump scares, like like crazy faces flying at you. Is like not.
Yeah,
Because
that
we
doesn't-
had that. We had that here in this.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Yeah.
And I was hoping for maybe more nuanced scares, but it was a good like I said, it was fine. It's not shit.
For a movie with jump scares, I think.
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
It was a lot more enjoyable for me than like a The Conjuring or something. I'll say.
But yeah, like the main thing for me as a negative was just that stop start kind of like flow.
Pacing, flow.
Yeah, pacing. But overall, I did enjoy it. Tim,
Mm-hmm.
as a resident Stephen King fan, maybe
not seen the original.
allegedly.
Alleged.
I
have
Stephen
read-
King fan.
like 20 of his books. It has not been one of those.
That's why I want your
I apologize.
perspective.
I really liked it.
What?
The movie.
Stop it.
It.
Which movie?
It.
Which
2017.
movie?
Bill Skarsgård was great, I'd say.
Thank you.
He's excellent.
Excellent.
Super creepy.
I'll watch the original.
Yeah.
Read a little trivia. Do you know when his eyes start looking
Cockeyed?
Wonky.
cock eyes? Not CGI. Bill Skarsgård can do that.
That is messed up.
So,
What?
creepy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
But
great.
I will agree
I love him now.
this movie is not scary.
Despite what
A
the
few
people in our
creepy
theater
like shots or like a creepy like scene going
There's a couple
on.
half scary moments.
But
When he opens his head.
yeah, that's
that was
weird.
great.
I
But not
think
scary. But good.
Beetlejuice
I
style.
think my problem with it is the score is
Really?
way too
Underwhelming.
no, it's very
Overbearing? The
it's way too
opposite?
overbearing. Like when something creepy's gonna happen, the score kicks in and you get like that
Yeah.
creepy score, and when like it's happy,
They
you get like
warn
the
you,
happy
yeah.
music going.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
I know something's gonna happen now that's creepy because you're playing a bunch of like creepy music at me right now.
Like
There was one
children
jump that
laughing.
worked actually. When I forget her name, but the girl
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Betty?
after
Beverly?
yeah Beverly after that encounter with her father in the
And then she just turns
Oh,
to the
she
door.
turns? Yes.
she turns
That
that was effective because there wasn't any build up
No,
to it.
it was
Out
just-
of nowhere,
it just
Yeah.
He
boom.
like chokes her.
yeah,
Yeah.
That got
That
me.
worked.
Jump.
Yeah.
that worked.
yeah. Which I think is what this movie needed because like
More of that.
as soon as like a kid went off by themselves, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get like a creepy encounter with Pennywise.
And there the music starts.
And then they start like, I guess, I don't know if he has like some sort of psychic ability where he can like entice people to follow, because every kid is like legit just okay with like falling into creepy rooms or
Let's
like
go watch
dark
this
areas.
for sure.
So I think he has some sort of pull on them.
Oh, without doubt.
Like a hypnotic.
Especially in the house at the end. The kids kind of go off into rooms. I'm like, why is that? But I guess, he probably has a psychic pull on them of some sort.
Yeah, I have questions about his like rules also. Like, he appears to be killing kids and not other kids.
I'd be a certain
We'll get to that. As
Yeah,
Is there an
that's
explanation?
yeah,
There is?
a
Okay.
little bit.
Is it Nate's
May
thing?
have went over my head.
No, he kind of
Okay.
mentions it briefly.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I liked it. It just isn't that scary to me. I think it's the problem.
You wanted to be
So it's more like it's not like a horror movie to me, really. It's just kind of like a thriller more so than anything. But I thought the kids were all great. All solid
Everyone
performances.
seems to agree on that.
Yeah, fantastic,
Maybe.
really.
Yeah.
A couple hilarious moments with Ben. I love the scene when they're in his bedroom and
I love that kid.
Beverly like closes the door, and on the back is New Kids in the Block
Yeah.
poster,
yeah.
and then like a New Kids in the Block song starts playing
That
as
was
he's like
amazing.
looking at her.
He's just-
So funny. I laughed.
Oh, there was the one scene that was kind of cringe. Was
The apocalyptic rock fight scene.
that was pretty funny?
Okay.
I thought it was funny /
Okay.
cringe.
Yeah.
The like
Rock
cleanup
war!
scene. The cleanup scene in the bathroom, I
Oh, yeah.
thought was out of place.
Because he cleaned up so well.
Oh, they're just
Well,
probably
that,
like
but,
scrubbing
like, the
blood.
song was
Like
weird.
The bram, bram. It's just like a loud like rock. Like,
Yeah, that's
kicking.
true.
I don't know. It just seemed a bit out of place.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's a minor nitpick.
Yeah.
Tyler, what are your thoughts about it? Do you like clowns? Are you into clowns? What do you think about
Am
clowns?
I into clowns? Sexually?
No.
Yeah, as a...
Well, you know.
You know my rule, Scott. I'll try anything once.
Yeah.
Now, as for this movie,
Clown spirits?
no, I was not into Bill Skarsgård's.
I will say I kept an eye on you during the screening of this film, and I'll say from what I saw, I think you were very scared.
No.
Just to offset if you try to deny your fear, I was watching you, and I don't believe you if you say you weren't scared.
I was not. I was not scared.
You were freaked
looked
out.
terrified.
There was a couple.
You were freaked out.
There was probably
For sure.
2 or 3 jump scares that really worked on me. Big
When
one.
you do this, when you're like...
That's what I saw. A lot of that. A lot of like,
no.
oh,
Get me out of here.
get me out of here.
There were a lot of
get me outta
scenes-
How
here.
much longer is this movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, this
Was
movie
it-
seemed longer than it had to be for some reason.
Oh,
like
it's long.
it seemed longer than it should have
It was
been.
like 2.5 or something.
Fuck, man.
2:20.
Was it really?
Originally, yeah.
Yeah,
2 hours and 12 minutes.
It's like absurdly long. 2:20.
I thought it was appropriately length.
No problem.
I lost my train of thought. Nope, got it.
Bill
This-
Skarsgård.
Yeah,
Bill Skarsgård.
I will say I did not like Bill Skarsgård's It as much as Tim Curry's.
Me neither. I agree with you.
This, there are a lot of scenes that made me uncomfortable. Not scared, but uncomfortable. Like that weird like lady with like the fucking banana head. Like
Again, I thought she looked pretty dumb, personally.
it looked bad, but just her in general freaked me out. Like I was like, oh, I really don't like looking at her. This is really making me uncomfortable.
I knew it.
It wasn't scary. I wasn't scared. Don't like
For me, I was like, oh,
So
That's
semantics.
fake.
You don't want to use the word scary, but
No.
you were scared.
no. That's what I'm saying. Like, look, I'm like, I am uncomfortable
You're
watching
unnerved.
this thing. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to be here looking at this. It's I don't.
you had
You're
anxiety as a
unnerved.
result
Yes, the one that did scare me though was that jump scare with him grabbing Beverly. Like that one freaked me out.
That was scary. I will say, I guess.
Yeah, I will agree that rock song while they're cleaning up the blood did seem very out of place. It's like they're all just okay with just scrubbing this blood off the floor. Like none of them are freaking out right now. The room is really caked in blood, and I was like, yeah, this is fun. This is cool.
It kind of reminded me. It's funny that there was a Nightmare on Elm Street
Yes,
reference, because that scene reminded me.
Johnny Depp
of-
getting sucked into the bed and then
Yeah.
exploding out of the
It
middle of
reminded
the
me of
bed.
that.
Yeah.
There's a few scenes in Nightmare on Elm Street.
I
that
caught
are like
that, and I was like, ooh,
Just love
this
blood.
seems
bursting.
and I just love that. There's
You
kind of
seen
a
that?
little nod. To
Yep,
Yeah.
I've seen the clip. I haven't seen the movie.
oh,
but
it's good.
yeah, that's
Good.
like straight out of the original. The blood exploding out of the sink.
Hmm.
I think that's why it felt a little fatigued for me too. There was like a lot of stuff straight from
It
the
felt
original.
like it was just boom, boom. Like, it almost felt like it was... I'm not going to say, like, exactly like the original.
Shot for
Yeah,
shot.
shot for shot, thank you. Like,
It is a remake.
very...
it is a remake, but it also didn't seem like they didn't try to change much. Like, they didn't try to take like any sort of like creative deviations from the original, which I kind of would have liked.
It was very...
Like I said, it was a TV series, right? So there's a little more room for them to play with.
Yeah.
I feel like TV series.
Most people, all those people that went to the box
Special.
office
Sorry.
that contributed to that massive weekend never saw the original It with Tim Curry.
That's fair.
I have a feeling most people did. It's just
Maybe.
not as big of a cultural thing
Yeah.
as we might think.
Yeah, like the clown is, but like the movie in general.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the clown
okay.
is
Yeah.
arguably, like, not even arguably, it is the biggest part of that movie. Like, no one really knows about it. It's the clown.
I just I found there was a lot of moments where I was like, okay, here's where Ben like stumbles down the thing onto like the Pebble Beach, and here's Pennywise who's gonna like meet him there,
Mm-hmm.
and like, okay, right, here's the sink part with like the blood exploding,
Yeah.
and here's this part. It was like very, very familiar.
Yeah.
Which like that's a problem with like doing like a horror remake.
Right.
It's supposed to be scary and suspenseful, and I
Yeah.
know exactly what's about to happen. That doesn't work, right?
Right.
And like also like I feel it's not necessarily fair, but like a Stranger Things also took a lot of the wind out of this movie's sails for me.
Which is hilarious.
Hilarious, because there'd be no Stranger
the
Things
opposite.
without it, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And like, but like yeah, just seeing that and just this like wave of '80s nostalgia stuff, and just like having seen the original It just a year ago,
I don't think it was that much 80s nostalgia.
No, it barely felt like it was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Really?
It didn't hit you over the head with it. Per
I
se.
got more 90s actually.
felt
Yeah.
very Stranger Things to me.
It's the Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah, the
effect.
Finn Wolfhard and like just the clothing and the era, and like all the like movies on like the movie theater signs. Which it was it 1988?
89.
89 for the most part.
Oh, was it 89?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit of 88.
It started in 88 with Georgia at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. No.
Well-
yeah.
Shall we give our ratings and we can get into some spoiler discussion?
I'd be comfortable with that.
Yeah.
I would be.
I'm going to start off. I'm going to say heavy 3. I enjoyed it.
I'm gonna go late 4.
Oh,
Oh.
Fuck.
I'm going to go 3.
Fucking savage.
Yeah.
Heavy 3. It's pretty good. Thought it was pretty good.
Well, you have one more than me. I'm savage. You one step.
Fucking savage, bro.
One step above mine.
You're Pennywise.
I might say, it's teetering on the edge of light 4.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's very fine.
But I'll stick with my original.
Okay.
Spoiler warning: if you haven't seen it, I think you know what we're talking about. Pause the video, or I mean, most people have seen this movie. Or if you don't care to be spoiled, continue at your own peril. Let's get into some spoilers. Is there anything you guys want to bring up specifically?
Georgie just wrecked.
Fucking ruined.
He
Man.
fucking takes
Well,
his
twice.
arm.
I saw the original clip of him
Oh
dying,
yeah, twice.
and you just see like
There is nothing.
Penny's
right?
teeth like biting, like fade to like black. Yeah, Georgie's arm gets like ripped off, and then he's like crawling down the street to get away, and like just gets dragged back into the sewer.
Jesus.
Fuck.
Christ.
As soon as I saw that part, like him like go up from the sewer to grab him, it just reminded me of like the scary movie bit with the clown under the bed.
Don't say that.
Oh
was
no!
like, this is no longer scary.
Oh no!
Like I've seen one of the Wayans brothers.
When your
do
mind
this.
goes to that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Not
that's
good.
rough.
not good.
Yeah, that fucked me up.
Yeah,
I was like, Georgie got shredded.
Yeah,
Like, I did not, because like you said in the original, it's much more subtle and like held back. Like you just,
And then shot in the face at the end.
Yeah,
Savage in the forehead with
yeah,
with the
so,
like cow.
like the R rating. I love that they were like.
There's a
ballsy
lot of
enough.
fucks. There's a lot of F bombs from the old
Yeah.
kids.
I'm
Yeah.
I
so
love
shocked, and like I just
I
like
liked
in
it,
my
though.
head, it made so much money, and it was
Yeah.
R rated. Like I love that the R rated thing is like no more.
Mhm.
It's not a deterrent.
Like Deadpool.
If the movie's good
is.
enough.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I love it. They're not afraid to do R rating anymore.
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna say?
no.
Anything you guys want to bring up? Anything specific?
You had
Any
a question
scenes?
why some kids just end up floating?
Yes.
And some get killed.
Yes, and why I just felt like Pennywise, some kids he would just ruthlessly kill, like the kid with the like flamethrower, and then like the Losers Club, he was just trying to scare them and would never.
Why were they zombies too? Like I don't even get that part.
Do we have like an answer?
I don't have an answer. I would say plot convenience. Like, for example, Stanley gets his like face sucked on but doesn't die.
That was huge for me. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I thought they were gonna kill him. I was like, what? And then he wasn't dead.
Why
I actually
not?
didn't
Why
like
is he not
Stanley's
dead?
character, like the actor who played him.
No, yeah, he's kind of annoying.
There's not much to like. He was kind of a non.
I think intentionally
He just felt like
that way though.
he was just such a blank character. Like there wasn't like
he was the weakest of the group. I'd say.
Yeah, I really didn't like him.
physically and
physically.
depth wise.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Tim, do you have an explanation for this or?
Just like briefly, I guess the only thing I could think of that was explained in the movie is that seems like because he mentions that that he couldn't kill Beverly because she wasn't scared,
Right. That's
and
what
he
I thought.
feeds on like fear and specifically children's fear because it's like tasty. And also, I was reading a bit about on the Wikipedia. It's easier because kids' fears are so like tangible. They're afraid of like clowns or like
really simple
things instead of like adults. They're afraid
like
of
a painting, like Stanley.
Yeah, or like adults are afraid of like crippling death. Like you can't really. You can't really like manifest that. So that's why he goes after like children because it's easy to like turn into something that they fear.
Right.
And he feeds off that fear, I guess. And then the reason that he can't kill some kids, I guess, is because they weren't afraid enough or something.
That's what I assumed. Their group courage sort of like fucked them up.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's why he was good at picking them off or almost killing them
individually,
but in a group. He couldn't do it.
I do like the design of Pennywise when he would like turn a bit crazy and like his like mouth would like open up and it would look all weird and spiky and shit. I do like that design. That looked a little freaky.
It's kind of weird. I didn't know that I didn't know that he wasn't a clown. He just manifests as a clown.
Yeah, he's actually like this. Again, I was reading Wikipedia.
Yeah.
It's bizarre, the history of the character.
Yeah, it's weird.
It fits into like the Dark Tower series a little bit. Yeah. Where he's like almost as old as like time itself. He's like this ancient creature from like another universe. Yeah.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so he just manifests as a clown because that's the easiest for kids. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
All right.
That's there you have it.
I don't really have anything else specific. I mean, we could CSI break down all the scares, but there's almost no point. It's better to experience them.
Yeah.
I feel.
I think my questions have been answered. My one question.
Your one question.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, stay tuned for Chapter 2.
Get hype, baby.
It's happening.
Should we mention our fan casting? Possible for the sequel? Because the sequel, spoilers,
yeah.
Years
Beverly
later.
should be played by Amy Adams, 100%.
I agree.
They're
or
twins.
Jessica Chastain.
No. Amy Adams, sorry.
I'll hold your breath.
What was you guys? You brought it up earlier, but the main kid, Finn Wolfhard.
Finn wanted to be played by Bill Hader.
Bill Hader.
I think is hilarious.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible.
There's another good one too that he wanted, or that they.
I thought Mike should be Ray Fisher, who plays Cyclops.
Yes.
Or not Cyclops, sorry. Cyborg.
That's Marston.
Yes.
I knew what you meant. I was like, yeah, it is Cyclops.
No.
I thought Casey Affleck as Billy would be good. The main kid.
That would be great.
You had a good one. Ben is Sean Astin.
Sean Astin, yeah.
I like that one.
Hilarious.
I also, someone in this article brought up Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
I thought that would be
great.
interesting.
Yeah.
If he like, or if he like was like John Cena or something, like
just got like super ripped.
Yeah,
or something.
well, super ripped.
Well, in the original, right? Like
John Cena.
Ben is a little. Ben is chubbier in the original.
Butterball.
As he describes himself, a butterball. And then later on he is slimmed down quite a bit. So that was kind of cool. So
I have a question.
Yes.
Taking away from cast, do you guys think the director Andy Muschietti will be honored and brought back, or now that it is this, insane skyrocketed to the moon hit, will they like shaft him and bring on like a big name director?
I think the exact opposite. They don't want to change.
I think they'll keep him.
Yeah.
I think he's proved his worth now that it has all this.
We did this.
Record breaking.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that'll do it for our review of It. Tim, where can people find us?
People can find us on Twitter at Up Real Late.
Popple?
You can find all of our old audio episodes on iTunes at Up Real Late. You can find me personally on Letterboxd at Up Real Tim, as well as on Instagram at The Craft Pundit. Every week, guys.
Gonna keep plugging that, eh?
Get those craft beer.
You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram at Up Real Late Podcast. You can also find me on Letterboxd at Up Real Tie.
Find me on Twitter at Franny25 and on Instagram and Letterboxd at UpRealAdam.
Find myself, Scott, on Letterboxd at UpRealScott. And yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like on it. Leave a comment below in the comment section if you want to join our discussion about it. And, of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, keep it real.